Channeled message from Michael Jackson, March 2019. 10 years after Michael Jackson died, he is being dragged through the mud by an HBO mockumentary, bringing up accusations about a case that he was tried and proved innocent of in 2005. The state of California was determined to find Michael Jackson guilty in 2005 and try as they could. There was no substantial evidence to prove child molestation. Several young celebrities, such as Macaulay Culkin, testified on his behalf that they had stayed in his home many times and never was anything attempted on them. It was always just good times. Appearing on Marc Maron's W2EF podcast in 2018, Culkin affirmed his relationship with Jackson, calling the singer my best friend growing up for a good fat stretch of my life. There is extensive footage online of the young Culkin boys playing with both Michael and Janet Jackson at Neverland Ranch. Culkin appeared at the trial answering never and absolutely not when asked if Jackson had ever molested or inappropriately touched him, and adding that the allegations being brought against the singer were absolutely ridiculous. On the stand, Culkin recounted visits to Neverland Ranch between the ages of 10 and 14 that included water balloon fights, movie screenings, and late-night video game sessions. This trial broke Michael Jackson's spirit more than the public ever knew. He walked away from his beloved ranch, Neverland, and never looked back. This also started his downward spiral, using heavy drugs to sleep. Many people choose to believe the negative about Michael Jackson. It's always easier to judge someone harshly than to believe in their good. A few days after Michael Jackson died, I was contacted by an Australian radio program, and they asked me to channel his spirit. I did and was pleasantly surprised at being able to contact him. I found it interesting and posted it on my blog. The next thing I knew, I had thousands of people asking me for further messages from Michael. In no time, I had accumulated many messages from Michael and shared them with the public. I did so until the enormous attacks against me became too much for me to handle. I walked away from publicly channeling or talking about Michael Jackson. Privately, I would still receive messages over the years from Michael. I always enjoyed hearing from him. He seemed to come around whenever I was feeling at a low point. I never thought I would publicly again deliver a message from Michael Jackson. Because of the negative news about him, I feel that it's time to let Michael's spirit speak once again. What I have found out over the years is that Michael is healed and has been working from the spirit world with so many people to help them. It's much like what he tried to do in life. He always tried to help those who were down, and he supported more charities than any other celebrity at that time. His spirit is healed and restored, and he is quite a powerful spiritual worker. He still works through his music as it touches new generations and brings inspiration to them. He works as a guide, helping new people into the spirit world. I see him kind of like the ancient Egyptian boatman that took the newly dead into the spirit world. He is often a greeter to new arrivals. Now I will share what I have received from Michael this past week. From Michael Jackson. Hello, my loves. It is time for me to come forward and let the world know that I am still very much alive. My body may be dead, but my spirit is still active and aware of earthly matters. What concerns me the most is the effect these false words have on my children and family. The one thing I wanted more than anything was to protect my children from the world hurting them. I have asked for the angels to stay with them and shield them from these attacks on me. I'm proud of my 3 children. Being a celebrity's child is not easy, and they've done a good job under the circumstances. I cover my beloved Paris with love all the time. She has taken things harder than anyone, and I do the best I can to take care of her and I send the angels to be with her always. I care deeply for my fans, who I know still love me and support me. Your love and your efforts to stand up for me touches my spirit. Your love reaches through to me. Molesting a child went against everything I felt within me, and I never could have done that. I tried my best to help these children, and unfortunately everyone saw me as a dollar sign. I was truly naive, but I chose to be that way rather than become hard and uncaring. Now I pray for them and ask that they be taken care of by their angels and eventually speak the truth. At this point, I think people have already formed opinions, and it probably wouldn't matter what they said. I'm going to be sending love to everyone whose life I have touched in some special way. That includes my fans. Without them, my life would have been much different, and I love each one of them. It doesn't matter that we never met in person. Here in spirit, I know who each one of you are. You don't need to try to hold on to me. I will always be with anyone who loved me. My spirit has no boundaries, and I can go wherever I want to now. The peace and tranquility that I feel in spirit is something I never had in life. I want everyone to know that they will have this when they pass over into the afterlife. I have dropped away all of my physical aspects, and I'm just living in pure love. I realized that the reason I had so much adversity in my life was for me to overcome those challenges. Now that I'm in the presence of the divine white light of God, I realize I overcame a great deal, but some adversaries I was not able to overcome. It's wonderful seeing your life completely detached and unemotional. I just want my loved ones out there to know that I still care, and I will always work to help others find the spiritual peace that they need. When I see you doing acts of kindness, no matter how trivial, you make my spirit soar. Can you start smiling at everyone you meet? Can you show kindness to your family members? What about kindness to the person that irritates you the most? Send a blessing to the stranger that passes you and see how much your life changes. I truly understand righteousness in a way that was impossible in physical form. There's so much I'm learning, and I want all of you to progress on planet Earth so you are elevated when you reach the spirit world. It doesn't matter what people or the media has to say about me. Don't let any of it bother you. I left you my music, dances, videos, books, and poetry, and that's all you really need to know to understand what and who I really was. I did my best to help children all over the world, and I will keep working on helping those children from spirit. My love to all of you, Michael. Thank you so much, Michael, for your beautiful, inspirational, and touching message. I pray that this message reaches those that need it the most. I am truly honored to receive this message from you. It's wonderful to hear from you once again. And I want to thank all of you for taking the time to watch this message from Michael Jackson. If you'd like to learn more about me, check out my website, CherokeeBillySpiritualadvisor.com. Sign up for my newsletter and receive a free book. Blessings to all of you. Cherokee Billy.